Alrighty, here is the next part of my BattleBlock Theater level editor series. I made 3 levels this time, like I was hoping to be able to do, so that next week I can do my final 3 levels. And then the video after that will be my final video where I play through all 16 levels, and we'll see how that goes. But for this week, I've got these 3 new levels I want to show you. So this level is, as you can see, it's a bit more complicated, a bit more difficult. There's more enemies, more ways to die. Because I made it that way because it is the last regular level. So the next 2 levels I'll show you and the next final 5 levels will all be timed levels. So the players will only have, 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes, depending on how big the level is and how complicated it is, to collect all 3 strawberries before time runs out in order to complete the level. Otherwise, game over for them. But for now, this is the final level where they can just take as long as they want and there's not really any repercussions. So I'll show you this first one here. We'll test this out. Now, having all these bombs here makes it quite interesting in order to not fall. There we go. This conveyor belt. Ah, yes. Yeah, you have to be very careful with how you jump on that part because the upper one's gonna want to push you down into the lava. Ooh, let's get away from that bomb. Yes. There's so many things why it makes it so dangerous. The clouds there that you'll see on the second level, if the enemy turns away and shoots, they'll actually shoot through the clouds and it'll go below. So it's quite difficult. It'll take the player probably a few tries at the minimum. It just depends on how good they are of a player and how, they're able to process it all. Oh gosh, nope, nope. We're just gonna wait a second. Okay. The gum is also meant to slow them down for when there's bombs there. I also have that block that I forgot about. That will drop the player, but luckily we have a safe spot there. Fake block there. Alrighty. Let's go. Come on. The toast is quite annoying as well. Our toast buddy is back. What? Oh my gosh. Get out of the way. I'm gonna have to slap this dude. There we go. Alrighty, now we're up here. Please don't die, please don't die. Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. But we've got a save right below it too. Let's just gonna run for it. We're gonna run for it. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. Okay, so I'm very lucky. I only died a couple times. But I like the flow of the level. It is a lot more dangerous, which I think is better considering it's the last level of its kind. And then the other ones are going to be easier and then get progressively harder, so that players can get used to the timing portion of it. Because whenever you see this big clock on the screen, you're going to get nervous, no matter what. So, but I really like this level. I like the way it's set up. I like each of the 3 levels. So we've got, the top, bottom, and middle, and whole situation. Obviously very dangerous. As you can see, I died multiple times. I had more enemies in there, but then I took them out because it was getting quite impossible. Like each level was taking quite a long time to get through. And then I had one of these strawberries was being taken away by that bandit, that holds the strawberry and you have to chase it. Became way too difficult with all the killing and stuff. So, had to modify it quite a bit to get this balance of where it's difficult, but it's not too difficult. You'll die a few times, but you're not gonna just get super frustrated and want to quit. So that's that level. Let me show the next one. As you can see here, we've got the little clock next to it, so it's the first timed level. Now, it's like I said, it's quite easy. There's no way you can die in this level. There is an enemy, but they're just gonna push you and shove you and lick you and all this kind of weird stuff. But they're not going to kill you because I want them to get used to the clock. And there's only 30 seconds for this level as well. So I want the players to get used to that clock, and then we're gonna gradually increase to more difficulty. As you'll see in the next level I show, it gets a little bit more difficult. Um, so I'll just show this one off here. As you can see, there's a giant clock on screen, which is very nerve-wracking. Um, there we go. Hit this. Oh, nope. There we go. Okay, now let's get this strawberry here. I'm running out of time. Okay, get out of my way, dude. I know. Okay. There we go. See, it always makes me so nervous when I see a clock, especially how it turns red and then starts beeping. If I have the sound on, which I will in my final playthrough, it's just kind of hard to hear my voice sometimes with the sound on, even when it's low, because I don't speak very loudly. So, for the editor videos, I like to keep the sound off. But when the sound's on, you'll hear it ticking, and it gets quite nerve-wracking. So that's this level. As you can see, it's quite easy, but I'm just introducing players to the idea of the clock. I'm not trying to make anything super difficult out of the gate for that one. And then we'll show the final level I did this week, which is here we are. Now, as you can see, it's obviously brighter themed as well. The last level was darker because it was the harder level. Then the next one was kind of spooky just for like a Halloween theme. But now we've got a brighter level showing the new final age here. And then, as you can see, we've got a couple enemies here. We've got the one rocket enemy, but we've also got the lasers that shoot at you. Um, so this one's, again, not super difficult, but there are ways you can die, and it can become a little difficult. There's about a minute and a half for the players here to give them a little bit more time to adjust to this whole situation. They're meant to they have to jump over this button and then get that strawberry, and then they come down here, and then they teleport here, and they have to go over here and collect the strawberry, and then let that break open and come down, fly over, and then get through that part. When they jump out of this portal, they're gonna automatically jump this way, so they can collect the strawberry by jumping this way because it'll automatically do it, but they will die and then they'll reset up here and they need to know that once they get here they'll be like, oh my gosh, I need to go the other way. So they'll probably die a couple times, but it maybe just, once or twice, but they have enough time to recover from it because I gave them more time than the last level. Alrighty, let's test this out here. A minute 15, not a minute and a half. Alrighty. It's kind of hard to remember sometimes how much time I gave them. Alrighty, come on. I am going pretty fast through this level, which I appreciate. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Okay. That's crazy. I got extremely lucky. I'm going to play that one again because I got really lucky on that one. But as you can see with the enemies and the way the lasers are, sometimes you just get lucky. Oh lord. Okay. And again, it's not supposed to be super difficult. It's supposed to be a little challenging, but not like. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm having trouble with the controls again. Okay. Oh, great. That's what kept happening. I kept dying at the last second due to that rocket. There we go. Kept dying due to the rocket. The lasers, there's a specific way that you can go around the lasers. Like, there's one area right here that you probably noticed me going through that doesn't get hit by either one of them. Just this one block right here. So players can recognize that pattern. And it makes it a little easier. It's also where the strawberry's located. So, as you can see, again, not super difficult, but it does add a little bit more difficulty for the players as they get used to the time. The next level is going to be more difficult, and then the final level of the series, of the playlist, also be timed. It will be the most difficult of all of them because it is the last level. So that's what I have this week. Again, I'm going to do the next 3 levels, the final 3 levels next week, and then I'm going to have that final video up in 2 weeks where I play all 16 levels and we see how that goes. I haven't played them all together. I've only played 2 and 3 at a time while I'm making them. I haven't played them all in one cohesive unit. I'll do that before the video as well when I do play testing with other people and stuff to see how the cohesion works all together, work out any bugs and stuff like that. But I'm excited. All right.